Hello and welcome. That was an incredible night. In every sense, every supporter, every fan who thought, it is a dead rubber, why pay money, come into the Dubai International Cricket Stadium, braving the heat, everyone got their money's worth. Frankly, it was the best game of the Asia Cup and by a distance. Who would have thought? Who would have thought the comedy of errors of the very last ball? All of the Indians fumbled, Aksar and Harshit. Had this guy Dasun Shanaka not been on the floor, Sri Lanka could have closed it. But that's cricket. That's what it is all about. At 114 for 1, Sri Lanka could have closed it. 85, 86 runs needed. And that's why I say it's a good wake-up call. It is about the law of averages. Forget about the super over result. It was a really good wake-up call for India. The batting was tremendous except Surya Kumar Yadav. How big a concern is Surya Kumar Yadav? He's not been scoring. We've got to see if Surya gets it back for the finals, but tremendous positive from Sanju Samson. Abhishek Sharma has been in stellar form, slightly worried because he had that ice pack in his hand when he was outside of the field. That gives me a bit of a worry because ahead of the final, he is your player of the tournament. Player of the tournament along with Kuldeep Yadav by a country mile. The other bit of a worry was Hardik Pandya not being there on the field, but with the bat, India was tremendous. 202 in this Dubai International Cricket Stadium was an absolute stellar act. When almost every Indian supporter thought, oh, this is a done deal. This is a good enough score. Sri Lanka can't manage it. This is why we had been saying that Sri Lanka is a good team. The fact that Pakistan beat them, I thought is still an aberration. Sanath Jayasuriya had forged a side, and also, you must remember, this Sri Lanka was playing without any pressure. They were just carefree, they had nothing to lose, they were going out there and expressing themselves, and KJP, Kusal Perera, and of course Pathum Nissanka played the knock of the tournament. Pathum Nissanka, that 100, was one of the best 100s you can see in the shorter format, but that's the wake-up call. Arshdeep Singh, Harshit Rana, people were calling for it, that's the wake-up call. No Jasprit Bumrah, you realize the importance of Jasprit Bumrah when you have a match like this. Who bowls the 20th? Who bowls the 19th? It's Bumrah. And he will land those Yorkers and you will get it done. That's the difference with no Bumrah and yes Bumrah. Kuldeep Yadav got India back into the game. Kuldeep Yadav 100% got India back into the game. Varun Chakravarti got India back into the game. And that's what big teams do. But that's why it's a wake-up call. At one point, coasting Sri Lanka, roasting Sri Lanka, flying Sri Lanka. And all of a sudden, one after the other, Kusal Perera gets out and Kamindu Mendis gets out. All of a sudden, from nowhere, India makes it back and you've got to talk about Surya Kumar Yadav's captaincy there. Sky got involved, got the team in. Everybody was involved. Even when the last ball of the 19th over went for a 6, 12 runs of the last over, 100 times happens in a T20 format, India did not give in. Harshit Rana, not their primary bowler without Hardik Pandya, managed somehow to take the match to the super over. But the funda is, do not take any team for granted. This is ruthless international sport. And in international sport, you play 1% below, you will get caught napping. India knows that the big final against Pakistan, there is no chance for this pullback. 114 in 10 overs was a bad effort. You've got to accept it was a bad effort. India cannot afford that bad effort in the final. I still say this was the law of averages game for India. Whatever had to happen has happened. The law of averages caught up with the team. A team that has been in a god form. A team that has decimated every opposition. A team that did not play to potential yet made the final in a canter. This is a match that India will remember. Somebody like a Gautam Gambhir knows, oh, you know what, a couple here and there and all of a sudden Pakistan will have a look in. Had Sri Lanka closed it out in regulation time, India would have thought, you know what went wrong? But that's the difference between a world champion side and a relatively modest side. But that is why it was the wake-up call. And a good wake-up call. India will know that they have to be on the money from ball one with the ball. They cannot. Even in the last match against Pakistan, if you remember, they dropped catches. Today also they dropped catches. You remember, India was poor in the field. Once again they were poor in the field. Multiple times we have seen that. But folks, final against Pakistan, there is no chance of failure. So get your act together. Pull your socks up. Get your sleeves right. Put your thinking caps on, because now is the match that matters. Whatever you won, whatever it's done. Now is the match that you need to win, and all of India, festive season, will brook no failure. Keep watching.